What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Nick. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to Forza Motorsport. And we are catching one of the very last runnings of this week's endurance. Apologies, it is going to be out a little late. I've had a manic week where I've not really been able to do much recording at all. But yes, I thought I would sneak in and grab a little look over this week's endurance lobby. Okay, that was probably mostly my fault because I very much missed the turn-in. I mean, argument could be said that it's my corner because I was the lead car, but yes, I did very much just miss that corner. We are in the GTX, more importantly the BMW 3-litre CSL GTX car. Yes, I know, people who have seen videos of mine before will know my love of the Audi in this category, but I thought I'd do something a bit different, and the BMW does drive fantastically well. We started from the very back. Spooked by the prototype there coming through. So this is obviously multi-class, as you can see. I think it's the GTC/P or P/C or whatever. It's the old school 1970s spitting flames sort of wedge shaped prototypes with the Mazda 787B and all that sort of stuff. Got a few of them out of position from where they sort of binned it early on in the race. We've got another one coming up the inside here through Cops, so just gonna let him go through there. So yes, this is an hour-long endurance race, as previously we had with the GTLH, the LMPHs, or whatever they're called. The one where we did it with the Cadillac prototype Le Mans car, that one. Another prototype coming through. They are very much sending it through all of these. Yeah, there was, as you saw, a big kerfuffle on the opening of the race there. I'm just going to move the mic closer so I don't feel I have to shout or lean as far that way. Sorry, a little bit of breaking the fourth wall there of mic setup. Oh, slow down, you bloody thing. Come on. So yes, we are in the BMW. This is a very full lobby for multiclass. I'm very happy about that. We have 19 players in this one. We have 10 prototypes and 9 GTXs, so almost a perfect 50-50 split. As close a split as you can get with 19 players anyway. But yeah, this is hopefully going to be quite a good one. We are P3, started P9 in class, so last in class. As you saw, we carved our way through the field very quickly, very efficiently on the opening lap, taking advantage of all of the carnage that was going on around us. We are trying to hang on to this Capri in front of us. He goes a bit wide here as we go through. I think that's Abbey. I can never remember the bloody corner names for the new, I say new Silverstone, it's new, this is new Silverstone for me because I remember the old one at the bridge. Oh, Capri's gone wide, we'll take P2, thank you very much. We have the other guy who's just there going through Brooklands, yeah, Brooklands. So we are about 6 seconds off. I feel like this is going to be a fight between me and the Capri behind because we do both seem relatively closely matched. I did a little bit of practicing and there was a guy who was about a second a lap quicker than me while I was fiddling with the tune on this car. So I don't think we're going to be able to catch him. He, I think, qualified as well, so would have escaped a lot of that opening lap madness and made up a lot of his 6 seconds there. So we're on stock tyres for what that means, so like 1970s era slicks, which is why you're seeing a lot of sliding, a lot of counter steering at the moment, because these things do move about. You do have to pay attention with these because you can't just plant it like you can in the modern GT3 cars, because these things will, as you can see, slide about all over the place. A lot of opposite lock coming out of corners. I've done as much as I can to try and tune that out, but there does still seem to be there. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of just sort of trying to pay attention. I feel like a lot of people could get caught out in that through the course of this hour-long race. And as always, it's not an amount of laps, it's a distance race, because Forza haven't worked out how to do an endurance race, if we're going to put it bluntly, where you actually, it's obviously time plus a lap, or finishing the lead lap after time limit, whichever way the organisers would choose to run it. But yeah, we're just going to basically, I'm hoping we aren't comfortably quicker than the guy behind and comfortably slower than the guy in front, because this could be a very boring hour. And I'm hoping to give you guys a bit of an interesting bit of an interesting video here, because this is a very good combination, and as I have said on numerous occasions, these GTXs are a hidden gem in Forza Motorsport. They are fantastic cars to drive because you have to pay attention. You can't just sort of tune all of the slide out of it. At least I've not been able to anyway. A little bit of caveat there, because I'm not going to proclaim myself as being Richard Hammond and a driving god. I'm as I have repeatedly said, a smooth-brained idiot. So, yeah, I'm sort of waffling on at this point to give you a big long intro on this while I'm trying to catch up to this guy who is pulling out about a second a lap, as I suspected he probably would. So, yeah, I'm going to save you from my name dribble for a bit, and I'm just going to sort of settle down for a little while and see what happens, really. I don't know where the prototypes are, so we could be having some form of fun as they try and carve their way through the grid. That is probably going to be a bit of carnage. But I did just say I was going to stop talking, and then I started talking again, so yeah, I will just settle in here and try and focus on making up a bit of ground to this guy ahead. Well, that was a bit of a moment there. I guess it's time for an update. We're about 10 minutes into the race here. We are not catching the guy ahead. We are putting a bit of a gap to the guy behind, so my fears are becoming realised. Well, some of them. The other ones shall not be spoken on in this video. They are private and personal to me, and are, we'll call them demons, I guess. But anyway, let's stay on point, fool. Yes, we are putting a bit of a gap behind the guy behind. I mean, behind the guy behind? To the guy behind. There we go, that's words. But yes, as suspected, the guy in front is pulling out about 8 tenths to a second a lap at the moment, so I'm not really keeping pace with him. He's just been getting ever smaller in my windscreen as we hit the things like the hangar straight and stuff. I've been able to see him less and less as he gets smaller and smaller, and yeah, it's unfortunately, it's unless I do something weird or stupid, which again is never too far away, it's going to unfortunately be a bit of a procession. Unfortunately, we kind of got all the interesting stuff out of the way very early on while I was waffling about absolutely nothing of import at all. So yeah, I've just caught a glimpse of the GTP, the prototype people, coming down the whatever straight that is over there, I've forgotten right now, on its way down to Brooklands. So we could be having some interesting things happening soon. I could see these guys probably being an absolute fucking menace trying to get through, so who knows? We might get killed, other people around us might get killed. Could sort of spice up things. In the immortal words of Spice Girls, spice up your life in terms of this race. So yeah, we're just going to sort of keep plugging away. We've got buckets of fuel. Tyres are about half, just under a third done, so we've got plenty of life left in them as well, so we're not going to be looking at pitting anytime soon. Don't know what car the guy in first has got, and I don't know the strats too well in this as to sort of what cars are heavy deg and what cars aren't heavy deg. I'm feeling I might be a bit heavy on tyre deg just because of the amount I'm sliding around, but who knows. But yeah, I'm just going to put my head down again, and let's see if we can, I don't know, hopefully catch up to this guy if he has a mistake or something, I don't know, but yeah, the chances of that happening are it's not looking great right now, but I mean, we're sat in P2, so we can't really complain, but yeah. I don't know if we're going to get any better than this, to be honest, and to get there at the end of lap 2 does not a great video make. So let's hope, hopefully something spicy happens in a little bit. So I say in a little bit, I've just clocked that the prototypes are coming through Brooklands as we speak. So they're probably going to be on me by the hangar straight, to be honest. The amount of extra speed they can carry through cops, maggots, Beckett's and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, as you can see, he's literally just come through cops behind me. So hopefully this guy decides to get through me with, let's rephrase that. Hopefully he can get past me with a modicum of control. knowing that he is the faster car, but he is also the lead, so he is very much wanting to get a move on. I would say that's pretty good. He held back a little bit as we were going through Maggots and Beckett's there. And the last one's Chapel, I think. I don't know. But yeah, he did hold back before sort of doing the descent onto the hangar straight, which is fine. He did that around the outside. We've got another one literally just coming through the corner there behind us that we've just done, so he's going to be on us as we come into sort of Village and Vale and all that little jiggery pokery bits, which is the ones I can never remember the order of the names for. I think anyway, I think that's Village and Vale. I don't know. I'm too tired to remember car name, corner names. Oh, we've got... Are you ghosted? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he's ghosted. Okay. So they can ghosted for me anyway. Oh, nice. Mazda 727B there. So there's going to be another prototype trying to get around us as we come through Brooklands. Obviously it's not on me to get out of the way, it's down to them to get around me cleanly. I'm just going to be predictable in my line. He's trying to go wide, stalled out. We'll leave him space on the outside. No, okay, the line is to drift out over there. I wasn't expecting you to be in the middle of the track. Apologies. But I think that's a 50-50. I probably should have paid a bit more attention to where you were. Not just expect you to use all the track, but you should have used all the track. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't really matter much, does it? Nothing really happened from it. Probably could not lift coming into Maggots and Beckett's here. Probably a good idea. Again, staying predictable. No, why are you going that side? Okay, that was a piss poor overtaking, but very nearly was an accident then. Yeah, I was drifting wide, but it was... Oh god, it's all gone very dark. Oh, don't tell me. This is what I had with the Audi before, where we have no fucking headlights. It's all gone very dark, and I can see sweet FA right now. Because I have a big face light just here, and it is flashing in my face. So this could get interesting if we have a night race. If I've decided to pick a car that has no headlights. Oh, dude. Oh, we're going back towards the sun, maybe? Yeah, we are going back towards the sun. Yeah, cool, fine. Is that someone? Is that a GTX that's come out of the pit? Yeah, it is. That was a leader. Okay, cool. I've been too worried about cloud cover to realise the leader had pit. So we've got a second advantage from here. We'll hopefully see where he actually has his main bit of advantage, because we're still fine on tyres. So hopefully that could be our advantage coming through. So he seems to be able to carry a lot more speed into here than I can. I think he just has more grip in general, to be honest. He's taken half a second out of me there. We are progressing into the late afternoon. There goes the GTP. Thankfully he didn't try and do anything stupid. Okay, he's in some form of American thing. And yeah, he just has more grip, basically. Don't know how he's managed to do that, but he does. Don't know if that's just an inherent trait of that car versus this car. I don't know if it's build that I've got, but yeah, it's. I just seem to be sliding all over the place. See if we can follow him a little bit at least. Oh, might be a penalty. No, okay, good. I cut that too close. That's not a good run through there. Right, I think most of the GTP field has gone through now. So it is just me versus this guy. I mean, he is already pitted, so there's that. And he's obviously ahead again. So who knows how this is going to play out. Hopefully over the course of the next 42 minutes, he has to pit more often than I do. So there is a chance. Just sticked onto minor tyre wear. On the rear left tyre. Slowly transitioning into night. Getting to actually brake for Brooklands. I'm going to stop saying Brooklands because I'm not actually sure it is Brooklands. For that corner right there. The Shadow's doing something weird, as per. Just popping in and popping out. Cleared by 2 seconds. We are 88 seconds ahead of the guy in third. I don't really know what happened there, but I don't feel there's many people left in this lobby, to be honest. I don't know if he was killed by a prototype and rage quit. But, who knows. Guy ahead just got a penalty there as well. I think he probably ran a bit wide on cops. It's one of our better runs through Magnus and Beckett's. Guy in third is pitting as well, so yeah, that definitely isn't the guy that we were fighting earlier on in this race. At least I don't think it is if he's dropped over a minute to me in 40 minutes. I would be very surprised. We're going wide again. Big batch of oversteers we came over the crest there. Thankfully no penalty again. Going to run another lap or two. Oh good, we do actually have lights this time. The Audi didn't have lights, so that made that very awkward. Minor tyre wear may have been a bit more of an issue than I was expecting. But importantly, we've now just made it into third into the race. So we stop on pit with 40 minutes to go, and then again with 20 minutes to go. We know we've got a 2-stop race of relative pace. So, and with the other guy pitting every 15 minutes, that could lead to him having to do an extra pit stop. Depends how much time obviously he can pull out on me in that time. Probably enough. Especially as I do end up going quite slowly in the dark because I don't drive many circuits at night, and I end up braking early or braking late and just pissing away a lot of time. Missing turning points, missed braking points, all that sort of stuff, as you can probably notice as I'm trying to drive through it. Yeah, these minor tyre wear tyres are actually something to worry about. There's that back marker who is ghosted. I assume he is just farming credits, I guess. Okay, so as we come down the hanger straight, we are just ticking into moderate tyre wear. So we are going to be pitting this lap. I said pitting, not spinning. And how many? I don't even know how many laps we've done. This is the awkward part of it. So we started with 20. I'm probably going to need to put a little bit of fuel in. We're doing 2-minute laps. We don't stock tyres. Yeah, we'll go up to 13 laps just to be on the safe side. We're doing 2-minute laps and we're doing 20 minutes. 10 laps-ish, roughly. But we'll do a little bit extra just to be safe. This means we might not need to pit on the final pit stop as well, so we could run it down to a dry tank and just risk it for a biscuit. More of a very risky way of doing it. Coming out with GTPs here. They're all in front of me, so we don't need to worry too much about these. Oh, I've forgot what grip felt like over the last couple of laps. Grip is delightful. I like grip. It's a shame the guy behind us left, because we could have been on a relatively good fight, because he wasn't too far behind. I just didn't see what happened to him. Don't know whether he ended up getting killed by a prototype or something. I was too busy waffling about doing something else, probably. Oh, that's an interesting line. Mr. GTP. Right guys, so half an hour into the race, and unfortunately it is basically just me and the dude in first, because everyone else has left. So it says there's one other person up there, but I'm pretty sure that's just the guy pulling around as a ghost getting credits. So I think this is the problem with endurance races at the moment. They are a little bit too long. Now I know what you're saying, endurance races should be long. Yes, they should. But I think rather than a full hour, like this guy here, this is the only other person in the lobby. For us, in our class anyway. Prototypes, there's a lot more of them still here. I've just obviously had one that flew past me just a minute ago. Oh god. Come on, drive and talk, you can do both. It's not that difficult. So yeah, I think this is the main problem with GT lobbies at the moment. The races are just too long. Excusing the fact that there seems to be a mentality at the moment that I would liken it to, if I'm not going to win, why the hell am I going to stay here? And the reason you stay here is to enjoy the racing. There is a very big skill gap between players in lobbies at the moment. So Forza really need, or Turn 10 really need to work out a way of better matching people with skill, and not using the skill rating, because that's a load of bollocks basically. So I think this is the main problem. Is look, I'm in second, and I'm 34 seconds behind the guy in first, and the guy behind me is 400 seconds behind me. That is over 5 minutes. It's just ridiculous. And even before that, the guy behind that was over a minute behind me. And then I was pulling away from the other guy before, he was, last time I checked, about 20 seconds behind me before I realised he'd left. I don't know what the gap actually fell down to. But yeah, I think this is the main problem, is I think the races are just too long. It's too much of a time commitment to be like, well, I'm not going to win, so I'm just going to leave. I don't want to sit here for 40 minutes and not win. Like, okay. No, for an hour, sorry, and not leave. Not win. Words. Let's try that again, shall we? I don't want to sit here for an hour and not win and just waste my time. I mean, part of that is, that's part of racing, is like you're never guaranteed to be the quickest guy on the field any day, so do what I do, race for any battles you can find. At the moment, I am racing for probably the last 15 minutes of the race, when we may potentially be a pit stop up over the other guy. So I'm just trying to keep it as close to 20 seconds-ish between us, because if I can do that, there is a chance that we could get the win. Not that it means much, because there's no one else fucking here, but you know, that's the personal battle that I'm having in my head at the moment. And I think, alongside Turn 10, obviously, it's not a small ask, but rebuilding the matchmaking system, which is obviously very, very difficult. But do please ignore that line through pops there. I also think they could the easier option is just make the endurance races 40 minutes. That's what I think they should be. I think sack off short races for pretty much everything, especially touring cars. No one wants a short week in touring cars. They're shit races. It's boring. You get punted off turn 1. Why? Stop short shifting. You get punted off turn 1. There's nothing you can do for the next 7 minutes. So it's kind of a shit show, to be honest. Sack off short races in touring cars. Mediums stay at 16 minutes. Can we style it out? We do style it out. Cool. Mediums obviously 16 minutes. Long half an hour, and these ones should be 40 to 45 minutes. 45 if you want to keep sort of levels of scaling, where it goes from 15 to 30 to 45 each tier that you go up. But yeah, I think that's one thing that Turn 10, I would lean towards 40 minutes rather than 45 minutes, because that 5 minutes is another 3 laps on this ish. on Silverstone. So yeah, I would say that the endurance races need to be brought down in time a little bit because they're a little bit too long for public multiplayer. Anyway, for private multiplayer, I've run a few endurance ones like 2 hour, 2 hour with 12x scaling for a 24-hour race, and they're great. But I think for public multiplayer, people just don't have the desire to be in it for a 5th place finish. Not that, again, not the way you finish really fucking matters anyway. Because, I mean, none of this matters. You're driving a pretend car around a pretend track for a finish that once you leave the lobby, there's no record of its existence, apart from, you know, my videos and other people's videos and what have you. But yeah, I think this is, it's a bit deflating. I thought we were going to have a good race this one. We had 9 people in our split, or in our group rather, and it looked to be pretty good. Yeah, it was a bit of a clusterfuck at the beginning. We did sort of dice our way through it and get to the front very, very quickly. I mean, I did it on autopilot. I wasn't even really paying attention. I was just avoiding bodies on the road. And yeah, it just, I don't know. It's just sad. I would like to have this with a load of players, and I would like it to be much closer racing. But it just, some races are, but some races are like this, where I'm hot lapping for fucking 45 minutes. So I don't know. I don't know the actual answer, but I think something needs to happen because, yeah. And this is my plight to you guys as well. If you're not going to win, don't leave the lobby. Like, the fun of this is the racing. Like, if you go, oh, if I've not got a chance to win, I'm too far behind. Well, what you've done there is basically thrown away any practice that you can have at trying to get quicker. Like, you've got people's lap times to work towards, and you can sort of effectively hot lap or learn the track. And oh shit! All right, we're just gonna go for a spin. Bear with. Oh, we're going for a roll. Oh dear. If there's anyone else in this lobby, I'll be worried. That could, I mean, it's not going to be. I think the guy in front still had a comfortable margin. I'm just going to move to the inside here. Let's GTP through. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think the guy had a comfortable enough margin that even with an extra pit stop, he was probably still going to be ahead. But yeah, that didn't help. It was, I mean, it's the most exciting thing that's happened in this race, to be honest. So I hope you guys like that. A nice little rolly roll. Didn't get a penalty for either. Probably going to get one for that though. Oh no. Okay, stewards are being kind to me today. Fucking hell. Yeah, I should say it's just sad really that it's not racing. It's like I personally don't want a race to be a hot lap event. I much prefer to be chasing people and stuff, but I'm fully aware that public multiplayer is difficult for that. I know it's probably better in things like GT7, but I have raced in plenty of ACC lobbies, both ACC hosted and also things like LFM, where I'm just hot lapping because I'm in this big gap in skill between the guy in front and the guy behind. So it's the guy there just farming credits. Yeah, I just think that something needs to really happen. And as I said, for you guys who, anyone who is watching this, and if you are one of the people who is tempted to leave when you know it's a frustrating race, I understand. Don't get me wrong. If you've just been taken out in, like, if you're lapping around and you're fighting with someone and a prototype comes in, cleaves you out, and then you're now 40 seconds off and no real hope of sort of getting back into it, I totally get the frustration of leaving. That is very, very understandable. It's just, I don't know. I personally wouldn't do it. I prefer it if people don't do it, but I understand if people do it. I don't really know what to say with it, to be honest. I totally get why people do it. I just kind of wish they didn't, I guess, is my standing on it. It's not really one of any sort of credence or I don't know, virtue, I guess. Like, it's just like, I have no reason to state it. I have no justification for it. I just wish that it was the case, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. This has been my sort of mid-race TED Talks when it comes to the issues when it comes to multi-class racing at the moment and endurance racing. Just because I've got nothing else to do. The guy is 42 seconds ahead, and the guy behind is about 6 laps behind, or what are we at? Almost at 10 minutes? Yeah, he's almost 10 minutes behind. So, wait, 500 seconds, yeah, maths, 60 seconds, yeah, divide 558 by 6, yeah, he's almost 10 minutes behind. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Penalty for that? I was so fucking slow. I mean, I just kind of let it happen, to be honest. I'm like, alright, well, I'm going to keep my foot in it, really. What the fuck am I going to lose? Can you sense I'm a little bit dejected right now? The fact is, oh, the other guy has actually just left, so it's literally just me and the guy in first. Oh, cool. I mean, even the GTPs are a bit more thin on the ground now than they were before. I've not seen one of them come past me in a while, so I think of a lobby of 19, there's maybe, what, if I'm being generous, 10 people left. Yeah, I think an hour is just a lot of a time commitment for people without getting any dopamine hit of getting a win, I think. Well, we'll be looking at pitting at the end of the next lap, so I don't think the guy in front is going to have the tyres to get to the end. Oh, get to fuck. Oh, this thing's getting more difficult to handle. I think that's probably just I'm getting more and more tired. Okay, moderate tyre wear. Pitting this lap. We've got one GTP behind us. I don't think he's going to be coming past us before the end of the lap, but who knows, he might do. 50 seconds off the lead, so with the pit that's going to be about 2 minutes off. No, it's not. It's going to be just over a minute. Brain, maths, cooked. No do, good. Brain, no work. Talking difficult. Muy thirsty. So GTP just come through maggots and beggars on the beginning of the hanger straight. He may trouble me coming into this corner. I braked about 18,000 metres too early there. Struggling to try and get the... I want to get as far over to that side as I can. There we go. I didn't want to have to worry about the GTP flying in and trying to figure out where I'm going. Oh, we're looking a little bit bashed, aren't we? Right, guys, I guess it's at this point where if you are still here listening to my main ramblings, let me just confirm stock tyres, and we are going to go for 50% fuel. Should be enough. Yeah, if you're listening to my name rambles for this long, do please press that little subscribe button down below if you have yet to do so. Obviously, take time to thank all of my channel members. Apologies for not doing it sooner. You guys are awesome. And let me know if you have done this endurance race this week, and if you did, how did you find it? Did as many people leave as have it in mind? We've got a GTP coming through. I'm just going to back off to let him through. There we go. Don't need to be troubling him as we come out of the pit lane. It's just very, very silly. So we've got, let's say, there's a few GTPs still left in the lobby, but you can see the one other guy that we're racing has just gone through Magus and Beckett's. So he is at least half the circuit ahead, if not more. Well, maths would say 73 seconds, and we're doing about 2:05, so he is just over half a lap ahead of me. Yeah. Say, I understand why people leave, because it's like, well, why the hell am I going to sit here and try and get that finish? But that is part of racing as well. It's all about, well, partly about your own wins, not just about the race win. But I've waxed lyrical enough, or in other words, chatted inanely and incoherently enough in your ear about that. I'm not going to get back into that. But I think, as I say, you can hear in my tone just a bit how dejected I am with this race. It was looking really, really good with the amount of people that we had in it, and yeah, it's just not come to fruition, unfortunately. Okay, according to the map, there are 4 GTPs left out of 10, from what I can see from that, unless there's a few people up the other end of the circuit. So that might still be more competitive than this one, but yeah, this one, unfortunately, my preferred category, because I don't really like the super fast stuff in this game. Yeah, at least the GTPs are having a somewhat okay level of contribution. GTP, please be sensible. Yep, thank you. This is the guy I'm worried about, because he's the one chasing. Guy who is likely to make a very silly move. But no, he's been pretty good with it. Well done, thank you very much for that. I was half expecting him just to send it into the first corner he could. GTPs are actually, well, it looks good, unless there's obviously lapping and stuff involved, they do look to be racing in not too far apart pairs, to be honest. They've got these two here, and the other two were both on the hanger straight, one after the other. So, as I say, I can't check to see if one's like a lap up over someone else or something, but looks to be relatively close as we tick into our final 10 minutes. So it's going to be about 5 more laps-ish. Where we are here, 4.5 more from where I stand. No, gone again. Don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. Okay, there we go. I would care more, but I'm broken inside. I mean, I was before. That's not anything new for anyone who knows me. I've been broken since birth, but yeah, just this race is kind of, it just had so much potential, and it's just kind of meh. I think it's the third time I've said kind of meh coming down the hanger straight in this race as well. I am very tired. I have not had more than 4 hours sleep the last couple of nights because I have been very, very busy. So, oh fuck, just stop with the penalties. Just stop. What does it matter? Can we get some like context-based penalties where it's like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, guy. You're second, you're behind, and the other dude, there's only one other guy here, so fuck it. There's no point in having this penalty. What's it going to do? I mean, you're even more behind than you were before. Oh, my face light has decided to die because I forgot to plug it in. So apologies, it's all gone very dark on my face. Oh, come on, stop, just like drive. Well, I mean, I can see a lot better now. Like, there's no glare in my face. I'm driving so fucking terribly right now. I'm probably about 5 or 6 seconds a lap slower at the moment, if not more. Okay, right, so as we come round to start what will be our last almost complete lap, with 1:57 left on the clock and about a 2:08 lap time, if not probably a bit slower right now. Let's summarise the experience here, and car's great, difficult to drive, but not in a stupid way. Like, they are predictable generally. Obviously, my barrel roll down the side of the straight here notwithstanding, but predominantly the cars are relatively predictable and they are great fun. It's you feel like a bit of a hero power sliding everywhere. Other than that, I mean, the prototypes have been pretty good this race, to be fair. There's a couple of ones to be like, hey, that was very close. But other than that, they have been pretty good. Main downside, obviously, we started with 19 people. I think we have about 8 left. So half the lobby, plus some, have all decided, you know what, I'm out. And that's a problem. Having that many people leave mid-race is a problem. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to get a P2, so you never turn down podium finish. It does. I mean, we got there by merit to begin with anyway, and so it's not like we've only inherited by being the slowest car, or by being the next quickest car, because there's no one else there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just a bit sad. Next week, the one like tomorrow or yesterday when you see this video, oh god, is going to be the touring car with LMP3, I believe, or LMP4, something like that. I really hope that one's going to be good. Obviously, you know me, I'm a massive touring car fan. I really hope that is going to be good. But yeah, you just see how many people have gone. It's just, yeah. P2, there's so few people here, we have to ghost in a guy who left 20 minutes ago to finish out the podium. We got P2. Woo. Well done to US Jammers. You drove really well. Well done, mate. Very quick. But yeah, I don't know. This one left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, which when you get a P2 is a bit of a weird place to be. But anyway, if you enjoyed this one, why not have a look at the last endurance race we did, which was the one previously last week, which was the GTP ones at Road America. Remember, if you did enjoy this content, drop me a like, leave a comment, and do please subscribe for plenty more videos in the future. I'm going to bed because I'm knackered. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.